If it isn't the young hero. The voice was like a knife blade scraping across stone. On his way to another great victory. I wanted to shout at Kronos to leave me alone. I wanted to draw Riptide and strike him down, but I couldn't move. And even if I could, how could I kill something that had already been destroyed, chopped to pieces and cast into eternal darkness? Don't let me stop you, Titan said. Perhaps this time when you fail, you'll wonder if it's worthwhile slaving for the gods. How exactly has your father shown his appreciation lately? His laughter filled the cavern, and suddenly the scene changed. It was a different cave. Grover's bedroom prison in the Cyclops' lair. Grover was sitting at the loom in his soiled wedding dress, madly unraveling the threads of the unfinished bridal train. Honey pie! The monster shouted from behind the boulder. Grover yelped and began to weaving the threads back together. The room shook as the boulder was pushed aside. Looming in the door was the Cyclops, so huge he made Tyson look vertically challenged. He had jagged yellow teeth and gnarled hands as big as my whole body. He wore a faded purple t-shirt that said, World Sheep Expo 2001. He must have been at least 15 feet tall, but the most startling thing was his enormous milky eye, scarred and webbed with cataracts. If he wasn't completely blind, he was pretty darn close. What are you doing? The monster demanded. Nothing, Grover said in his falsetto voice. Just weaving my bridal train so you can see. The Cyclops stuck one hand in the room and groped around until he found the loom. He pawed at the cloth. It hasn't gotten any longer. Oh, yes, it has, see, dearest. I added at least an inch. Too many delays, the monster bellowed. Then he sniffed the air. You smell good, like goats. Oh, Grover forced a weak giggle. Do you like it? It's eau de chevre. I wore it just for you. Mmm, the Cyclops bared his pointed teeth. Good enough to eat. Oh, you're such a flirt. No more delays. But dear, I'm not done. Tomorrow. No, 10 more days. 5. Well, 7 then if you insist. 7? That's less than 5, right? Oh, certainly, yes. The monster grumbled, still not happy with the deal. But he left Grover to his weaving and rolled the boulder back into place. Grover closed his eyes and took a shaky breath, trying to calm his nerves. Hurry, Percy. Please, please, please. I woke up to the ship's whistle and a voice on the intercom. Some guy with an Australian accent who sounded way too happy. Morning, passengers. We'll be at sea all day today. Excellent weather for the poolside mambo party. Don't forget $1 Million Bingo in the Kraken Lounge at 1 o'clock. And for our special guests, disemboweling practice on the promenade. I sat up in bed. What did he say? Tyson groaned, still half asleep. He was lying face down on the couch, his feet so far over the edge they were in the bathroom. The happy man said, bowling practice. I hoped he was right. But then there was an urgent knock on the suite's interior door. Annabeth stuck her head in, her blonde hair a rat's nest. Disemboweling practice? Once we were all dressed, we ventured out into the ship, and we were surprised to see other people. A dozen senior citizens were heading to breakfast. A dad was talking to his kids at the pool. Crew members in crisp white uniforms strolled the deck, tipping their hats to the passengers. No one asked who we were. Nobody paid us much attention. But there was something wrong. As the family of swimmers passed us, the dad told his kids, We are on a cruise. We are having fun. Yes, the 3 kids said in unison, their expressions blank. We are having a blast. We will swim in the pool. They wandered off. Good morning, crew member told us, his eyes glazed. We are all enjoying us aboard the Princess Andromeda. Have a nice day. He drifted away. Percy, this is weird, Annabeth whispered. They're all in some kind of trance. Then we passed the cafeteria and saw our first monster. It was a hellhound, a black mastiff with its front paws up on the buffet line and its muzzle buried in the scrambled eggs. It must have been young because it was small compared to most, no bigger than a grizzly bear. Still, my blood turned cold. I'd almost gotten killed by one of those before. The weird thing was, a middle-aged couple was standing in the buffet line right behind the devil dog, patiently waiting for their turn for the eggs. They didn't seem to notice anything out of the ordinary. Not hungry anymore, Tyson murmured. Before Annabeth or I could reply, a reptilian voice came from down the corridor. 6 more joined today. 6 more joined yesterday.